Hi there, and welcome to what I believe is our fourth or fifth video. I'll let you know when you see the title. And the title of our conversation today is "Why Ask Why." You know, I feel that we're often in life called to teach what we most need to learn for ourselves, so that the teaching of it um, becomes an extra added meditation and strength, not only for the person who might be being taught, but also for the teacher, his or herself, to be a stronger, better person, be a clearer person. And I certainly am feeling that way today. Um, as I've shared in our other conversations, I am in the process myself of recovering from a person who, in my opinion, continues to show really severe sociopathic um, symptomology in how he walks in the world and how he chooses to connect and not connect. Um, and so I'll just share a little bit of what just has happened over the past few weeks. And after an absence of many months, and the beginning of me dealing with that healing process around his departure from my life, approximately three or so weeks ago, he returned in my space, called me early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, very upset, very apologetic, very wanting to see me, very wanting to be sexual. He was sorry about everything that had transpired, and that I was the most wonderful person, and he missed me so much, and yes, he has all these problems, and I'm the person who can help him, and he really wants me to help him, and please, if he could have any opportunity to talk to me or be around me. He knows that he's been horrible, and he would understand if I didn't want to see him, and there's a lot of things about that. I take responsibility for my own tenderness and my own brokenness. Maybe the earliness of the hour, 4 o'clock in the morning, is one of those vulnerable times where if something happens, you're not likely to engage. All of you, the part that thinks and takes care of you, has a hard time engaging sometimes in those early morning hours, and that might be actually why some people would choose to connect with others at that time, when people are more vulnerable and more likely to not really engage and think things through. But be that as it may, I did agree to meet with him. We did meet. I successfully avoided being sexual, but definitely was with him. He stated a desire to get help and treatment for various issues that he had. He said he needed my help. I said I'd be very happy to be supportive to him in a 12-step environment, go to meetings with him, talk to him. I do and did very much love him, and I will be helpful to you. I talked to him a bit, as much as it would be allowed, around my own feelings and distrust of him showing up so mysteriously this way. He assured me that all of these other things were in the past, and that I was really who he wanted, and that he was grateful that I would speak to him, grateful that I would help him, and he just really wants my help. All right, so a little bit after that, maybe I got another few little texts from him, and then I proceeded to fall back into this old pattern that I had in the relationship of texting him and asking him what's going on, are you okay? A couple little texts from him saying, oh, he's still drinking, or he's still not, he's still not doing well, but he loves me and he wants me. And So I'm trying to grapple with that. And it's just so incredibly painful. It's just so incredibly painful. So the internal fight goes on within myself around this sort of thing. Um, I feel very divided at this point in my life, in the person that I am. One part of me is like, okay, you need to disengage from this. This is not healthy. This is not, uh, even if he's asking for help around 12-step issues, if he's continuing to act out, that means he's not ready for recovery, and he's certainly not ready to love anybody, and you need to just let it go. And then there's a part of me that loves and or is addicted to this person, and continues to want to engage. And authentically, there is a part of me that's also authentically does want to help if he was seriously struggling, seriously having a hard time. All of that going on. A couple of days ago, I happened to come upon more information that affirms for me that while this person is coming to me and asking me to be with him and wanting to reconnect our relationship, and wanting my help and move forward with me, he is at this very same time in a relationship with someone else, connected with her, posts on Facebook their relationship status. It's pretty ridiculous, and it's pretty adolescent, and it's incredibly hurtful, because what I did was to go back into an old pattern again. I just fell right back into old patterns of texting him and saying that I wanted to talk to him, and him saying, oh, I'm not going to talk to you, and well, I'm a bad guy, I'm a fuck up, you should just leave me alone, you should just leave me alone. And yeah, I think he's kind of right about that. And it's incredibly painful. It's just incredibly painful. So I wanted to entitle today's conversation, Why Ask Why? Because that is what I really felt several layers of myself asking after all of this. The incredible pain of this, that he would come back into my life after trashing me. And that this also means he's trashing some other woman somewhere who's thinking that he's in a relationship with her while he's talking to me, talking to who knows how many other women, and them all thinking that she's the one for them and he's the one for her, and him spinning all of these tales and making all of these promises that clearly during the entire time of our engagement, there were several women that he was dealing with, and I feel pretty safe to assume that that's still the case, and there's several more on top of this other woman that I have, newest woman that I have discovered. So it's all so very sad, and there's a part of me that just sighs and says, why? Like, why are you doing this to him? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you treating me this way? And then there's a part of me that asks myself, why are you doing this? Why are you letting this person treat you this way? Why are you putting yourself in this position? And at the end of the day, I have to say, why ask why? The answers are pretty clear. On both sides, on his side and on my side, there's tremendous wounding, tremendous childhood abuse, tremendous issues going on. And rather than spending the time asking why, it's best to know that, to just know it, and to move forward and do the things that are needed to restore balance and healing to my life. In my childhood, in my family dysfunction, I was the one who saved everyone. I was the one who made everything all right for others to the best of my ability. And so I automatically go into that role with dysfunctional people in my life. I want to help them. I want to heal them. I want to make them better. and it's not my place to do so. And rather than asking why, it's important for me to remember that it's not my place to do that. Even with my clients, it's not my job to heal them. They heal themselves. I assist, I support, and they are in charge of themselves, and they heal themselves, mostly because they've decided that they want to heal. We have a situation here with a person who clearly has not made a decision, has not made a real decision to heal. And although I feel what I feel and want what I want, in order for me to be sane, I have to accept that reality, that no matter what, this person is not willing at this point to be a person that I should have a love relationship with. And what I consider, what my opinion is about what basic truth is and honesty, integrity, doesn't match for him. And so with all the sadness that brings up for me, for my own sanity, what is important is for me to know what's true and for me to act on what's true and to not engage in asking why. For me to accept life on life's terms, as they say in 12-step programs very wisely and succinctly. This is the way it is. He is having the struggle that he is having. All I can do in this situation is save myself, love myself. If I want to have love in my life that is true and affirming and deep and powerful and honest and grounded in sanity, then I have to let go of the opposite of that. And this situation is a perfect example of energy that I need to let go of and not have anywhere involved with my beautiful life. So I ask for the strength today to stop asking why. I ask for the strength to embrace my beautiful life, to go off and do healthy, positive things that will soothe me and that will help me heal from the pain that I'm feeling, to help me to be a good mom and teacher, and be ready at some point in the future after this healing is done, or as done as healing gets. The disappointment and the grief of this relationship, once the heat of that is done, I will trust that the universe will send me someone who shares the same reality with me. Let's put it that way. I think that's the most important thing. Two people sharing the same reality, the same ability to communicate, the same ability to open their hearts and love. So that's what I hope for myself in the future. And today I will feel my feelings, I will cry my tears, I will say my prayers, I will do my work in the world, and I hope that my sharing those feelings is of help to you in your journey. Please keep on the lookout. I plan to do another video. I'm going to try to do at least a talk every other week or so. You can email me at datingasociopath@gmail.com. Feel free to do that with your comments and questions. If you would like to receive counseling, coaching, or hypnotherapy, please feel free to give me a call at 510-496-3491. Sessions can happen in person or via Skype or Google Chat. It's time for more healing, and I want you to remember, as I remind myself, that you are whole, perfect, and complete. Please have a wonderful, beautiful, sacred, and sane day.